And we're just smiling. I can turn that off. Yeah, turn up your volume.
I forgot.
You need to do it. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm going to give everyone some time to come in as we continue. We still getting set up. So just bear with us while you guys come in.
We are not good directors.
No, he's not.
We are no, and it's all Val's fault, really. I mean, because Val wait till the last minute to start thinking of stuff, so it's her fault. All right.
That would not be true, but it's all good anyway.
Well, you got to blame somebody.
You.
Oh, what?
We gonna blame you today, not me. So how's everyone doing this evening? Welcome
to Candid Conversation with your host, Val Jefferson.
And Wade Howard.
Thank you very much. All right. So we're making our light adjustments here. All righty then. So we have a very interesting subject on tonight, and I'm excited about it. Let me just come over a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Need the shoulder in there. Oh, see that? That just don't make sense. All right.
Okay. So basically, we have a subject tonight that should be very interesting to most. It's called relationship woes.
Relationship woes. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. So, starting off, there are a lot of people that are in relationships, some crazy relationships, just broke up. It's a lot going on in relationships these days, especially during the pandemic.
Well, they can't hear you, number one. Speak up.
What you mean? Can't nobody hear me?
You speak loud.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
Just let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me on Facebook.
Okay.
So anyway, relationship woes.
Relationship woes. Woo. It's about the things that happen. Like, it's about when you get into a relationship with a person, and let's even go to marriage. And you get in a relationship with a person and you begin to discover that there were things about them that you did not expect. And how do you handle it? Or how did you handle it? Because we can't tell you how you handle it. We can just only give you our experiences of our past relationships. Val was married once. I was married once. But then not just that, but just even boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, the stuff that, you kind of let your guard down, if you know what I mean. Hey, Kelly Chapman, welcome to
That's my best friend.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. All the way coming in Atlanta. Hey, girl.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. So also we want to thank Periscope.
Well, yes. Welcome, Periscope. And Twitter, and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Right.
Welcome to Candid Conversations with your host, Val Jefferson.
And Wade Howard.
Hey.
Coming to you live from Val's crib.
We're down in what I call my woman cave. So if you've ever had an opportunity to experience my woman cave, it's real cozy.
And it's cool, nice and cool down here. And but the lighting is just like, it's so movie theater.
Tell the real deal. What is it really?
Movie theater.
Okay.
The lights are dim. All right.
Not to mention I got a big old TV there.
And a big old TV. Where the music at? We need to.
So.
Yeah, get the music going. Cause Jake's, yeah.
We've been it's been one of those days where we've Both been busy all day, running around. I've been running around in these Corona streets all day. So, what is everyone doing this weekend for the holiday? You have any plans for the holiday? You're gonna be with family, friends. Let us know what your plans are this weekend. Hit us up in the comments.
Right. And make sure you still stay safe. Make sure you still stay safe. I mean, it's this coronavirus, this corona thing is not over yet. So still stay safe. I had to talk to my nephew today. And I told him, I said, hey, man, just be careful. Be safe. They're having a little birthday function for him. And they're going to be outside. So the weather is beautiful outside here in Cleveland, Ohio. We're looking at, 60 to 70 degrees, something about 70 degrees here in the city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Actually, it's warmer.
Well, it might be a little warmer, somewhere around 75 maybe.
Not 75.
Right.
I wouldn't have on the sundress if it wasn't warm. So
all right.
So it's pretty warm. We're finally going to get up into the 80s this week. And finally, the weather has broken Cleveland.
I must say, you're looking cute tonight. You're looking cute.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. So, anyway, relationship woes. All right.
So let me ask you a question. What happens? Let me just break this scenario down. What happens when someone tries to reconnect with you after several years? And they come at you with I'm ready, and you're the one I want, and I've been thinking about you over time, and can we reconnect?
Are you asking me?
I'm just asking.
Okay, well, and you're welcome to give your comments. We'll read your comments. First of all, you got to realize, you got to go back and remember why you broke up in the first place.
Yeah.
Now, was the reason you broke up in the first place strong enough, or was it that much? Did it have that much impact that you left that person and you were ready to move on in life? You probably met some people along your journey. And so now here you come full circle again. The person comes back and say, hey, I'm ready to do right. I'm ready to treat you right, baby. I'm ready to love you like you need to be, like you want to be loved. The first thing is that Negro sincere. Did I say Negro? Is that person sincere?
In the beginning, a person, they act like they were sincere. Then it turns out they were just a joke.
Okay, so now they're coming back, according to your question.
Right.
Here they are. The time went. They've come back. So
they came back, and then you find out that the person that you met 5 years ago or dated 5 years ago isn't the same person today. And it was weird.
Is it good or bad?
It was bad. It wasn't. It's like, okay, this isn't the same person I knew from before. This is a totally different individual with a whole new set of issues.
Okay. So, whole new set of issues. So, yeah. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. All right. When you broke up with that person, you learned some things about them. You learned some things about them. There were some things that just stayed in your mind about that person. And it wasn't enough that you go back and you remember when y'all first met.
Right.
All right. So then the question on top of that question is, would it be enough to go back and capture that to say, oh, that was good? But then the issues came in and all of the problems came in, all of the hang-ups, all of the different, messed up parts about that person came in and y'all broke up. Is it enough to go back? We need your comments too now. Is it enough to go back and say, okay, we're going to rekindle something? Because The question would be then again on top of the question, on top of that question, was that love strong enough to recapture what you all had?
No.
See, that's bad.
No. And I mean,
hardcore.
It was no, because sometimes you take the blinders off, because we have a tendency, I can speak for myself as a woman, that we see signs in the beginning, but then ignore them and think, okay, maybe, well, let me wait a little longer and see if things change. And then you find out things aren't changing. Then new things start cropping up. And then you're realizing, like, wait a minute, something is wrong. Okay, no, I'm not ignoring the signs. I ignored the signs in marriage. I've ignored the signs in previous relationships. Now I'm not ignoring the signs. I'm taking it for what it is, head on. A friend of mine told me once that if you just watch, you find out everything you want to know. You don't have to read into anything. You don't have to go looking for anything. It's there. Mm-hmm. It's there in black and white, and that works not only for women, but that can work on men as well. And you'll see things start to show up. And so now, being single again, I'm gonna take you at face value. And if I don't like what I see, I'm gonna bounce without a problem. And I tell people that the last thing you want me to do is to get quiet. You know, I talk a lot. So if I get quiet, there's a problem. That means Val in her mind is making moves, and then she winds up moving.
Most women do. I mean, when women get quiet, they're planning. They're working some things out. They're seeing that move, or they're seeing ahead what they're planning to do. And the thing about women, once they plan it, they start putting things in place.
That's right.
In order to accomplish what they've already seen in their mind.
Right.
All right. So going to stuff. Now let's go to that day you met that person. Let's go to the fact that you were with that person. Y'all went out to dinner. You went to the movie. You had a good time. He was smelling good. You were smelling good. You had your best on. You had your jeans. Everything was together. Your hair was good. Your breath was good. Everything was good. So here goes. Time goes on.
And a couple of pounds now, but we're going to let that go.
Okay, no, you got to add that, because a couple of pounds later, as time went on, as time is going on, all right, he gained a little weight. She gained a little weight. Not only that, but you never seen. Now, let me make this disclaimer. First of all, let me put this out here. Some of the things that we're going to say here tonight is going to be cut and dry. Yes. All right. So you might hear the word fart. You might hear that somebody was digging in their nose and wiping it on their clothes. Yes, because this is what a relationship was. But I'm gonna bring that in a minute. Okay, I just wanted to bring that out there so you know. So in case you want to leave now, you have a chance to leave now, because we about to drop the bomb. Boom, gonna drop that bomb. Okay, that's who we're reading here.
Cheryl.
Okay, so you want me to read it?
Yeah, Cheryl.
All right. Cheryl Appleton, how are you tonight?
Hi, Cheryl.
Cheryl says, my neighbors told us their story of how they dated back in the day, moved on, got back together after both had gotten married, had kids, and divorced. Kids were grown. They have now been married over 10 years.
Okay, that's awesome.
Awesome.
That's a awesome story. Now, that doesn't happen with everyone, but that's an awesome story, and we really appreciate it. Thank you, Cheryl, for sharing that.
So deal with that for a minute, because she brought that comment up, because that comment was based upon what we were talking about.
Right.
So the thing of it is, obviously, they were able to work through the issues.
Right.
Now, one thing that was good about it, there were kids involved.
Right.
They got back together, and the kids was able to have both parents in the house. Excellent.
Absolutely.
Excellent move.
Absolutely.
So that's why we applaud that.
Right.
So it goes now going to what you said. Not all people are able to go for that to happen. All people, that won't happen for everybody.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen for everyone. It doesn't happen in every scenario. But also, what probably happened with this couple is that there was a deep-rooted love. Even though they moved on in their lives, they still loved each other. And one thing about real, true love, it'll bring you back.
So they were able to forgive one another of some things that happened.
Right.
Okay, because one of the other problems is that there are people in relationships that will never let stuff go.
Right.
They're gonna hold a grudge against you no matter what.
Right.
They're gonna hold a grudge, and they're gonna hold on to that thing until they die. They're gonna take it to their grave, because some people, when you wrong them so bad, that it leaves a deep-rooted scar in them that it takes a long time, if ever, to get healed. Unfortunately.
That's true. I can say that from experience.
So we thank God for that testimony that Cheryl just gave, because that's a witness of forgiveness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a witness of forgiveness. That's a witness of being able to disregard all of the hang-ups that you have. All right. So my phone is sideways on Instagram, so you all forgive me, because I can't see your comments. I can see who you are. Let me see.
The technical issues that we do on the show.
Aretha.
I'm gonna say you this. We keep it real here, okay?
Aretha Diggs, love me for who I am. Hey, Hudson community. Hey, how you doing? Victorious Voices. Hey, Vicky. Oh.
Getting back to the show. So, what would you say has been tell us one of your stories?
You remember I told you the fart stories? Well, I'm about to give you one.
Well, you told me, but you didn't tell the audience.
Well, I'm about to tell the audience. No, that ain't what we want to do here.
Okay, Kristen. Hey, best friend. It's my other best friend. Okay, so Kristen said, men just want to remember Anthony Anderson and two can play that game when the woman goes quiet. Wait a minute, what's she saying? I'm trying to read the whole thing. When the woman goes quiet, the CIA ain't got S on a woman with a plan. That's right. It's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Women can plan. Most women, not all women plan like that. Not all women will get to that point where, because there's a lot of women that want to be in that relationship.
That's true.
They want to stay there. They want it to work out. They will stay there, and they will work through some serious stuff. I was trying to get my Facebook responses from my page, but I don't know what's going on with that page. But anyway, they want to stay there and work it out. But when she do decide to make a plan, that's it. You're right, my brother. CIA ain't got nothing on a woman with a plan.
And that's the truth. There are times, but there are people, but when you have a foundation that is strong, no matter what you've been through, and I know people that have been married 25, 30 years or more. And when they tell you their stories, like, it's not that it was easy, it's that we were able to make it through in spite of everything. Didn't say that it didn't, past hurts over time didn't help, but they wind up working it out because the foundation of love was there.
Okay. So let's look at what Christian Warren says.
Sure said that.
Did you tell that?
Uh-huh.
Christian Warren?
Yeah, that's my bestie.
I didn't know you did that.
Yep.
Oh, that was Christian. Okay, so I'm sorry I called you a man. I'm sorry. I thought she said another name. I apologize, Christian. I apologize.
Hey, Phil.
Phil, I tell you, Phil was on. We was looking for Phil to join us tonight. Sharita's on.
Hey, Sharita.
Hey,
I see my niece Misty just came on. Hey, Misty.
Misty Lattimore.
So now.
So let's get back to the story. So you asked me what happened with me. Okay, so my wife was beautiful, very pretty. And I got married to her because she was pretty. I'm being honest. I'm just putting it out there. I'm telling y'all, this is going to help you. So the question that came to me was, and it came through somebody, is are they pretty enough for you to marry? Because there's more to it than them being pretty or that man being handsome.
Right.
So I went on and married her anyway, because I looked at her and said, well, I can wake up to her every day. Like, she was just fine. She was fine as what? But there was some problems. Okay. And one of the problems, now y'all gonna think I'm surface, don't get me wrong. Now, well, first of all, let's go here. There was some underlying problems mentally that I didn't know about. The kind of problems that people take medicine for.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I didn't know it, but I was attracted to her, very attracted to her, and I went on and just ignored some things, and then one night, stop laughing. One night I was asleep. Deep. I was in a deep sleep. And all of a sudden, these fumes start coming up. You know, the under the cover fumes that I had the covers halfway over my head. So it was coming up like a secret agent. And it hit me and it smoked me in the face. And I said, what? And I'm going to tell you like I said, what the hell? What the hell is that smell? Bottom line was, homegirl had some gastric problems. All right, I'm still willing to stay, though. I mean, I was still willing to stay.
Irreconcilable differences.
I was looking into some gas masks. Thank God they didn't have the corona masks. They had them, but nobody was thinking about the corona masks then. But I needed a military gas mask. All right. I mean, seriously, homegirl had some serious gastric problems, and it was coming up. And Mary Norris Pack said, "Happy Saturday." All right, so happy Saturday to you, Mary Norris Pack. So, and that's what I'm saying. So you marry a person, he go, Philip. Hold up, Phil. We're gonna say this in a minute. You marry a person, you got to realize that there's some stuff that comes with human beings, like bodies. There's some stuff. Hey, listen, fellas, you didn't know that your wife smelled as bad when she was in that bathroom and you thought you were just gonna go in the bathroom with her and hang out while she taking a poop.
Oh my
And
God.
you found out like Ice Cube on Friday when John Witherspoon said, "Come on in here, boy. I've been smelling your poop ever since you was born." You smell that? You smell that? That shit not changing my love is stronger than that smell. But I gotta tell you, my wife has one that would that gas would kill the coronavirus right now. That gas she had would kill the coronavirus. Cause it woke me up straight out of my sleep. I had to be to work at 3:30 in the morning, and like clockwork, she would bust one, boom, and it would come sleeping up through the covers, and I would wake straight up, eyes wide open. 3:00 in the morning. I'm like the song "We Cried Together." The OJ's last night, me and my woman. It wasn't her crying, it was me. She was passing gas, and I was crying. Tears was coming down my face. Okay. What is Phil saying? Phil, what are you saying, Phil? Let's see what Phil is saying.
Oh my God.
Phil says,
I need to take a drink of water on that because I can't take it.
First, we are all visually attracted. First, we all visually attract that what start the connection.
Starts the conversation.
The conversation. Okay.
What you did for Breeze.
Phil, I don't know if they had Febreze
He couldn't
at that time.
He couldn't get to it in time.
But Lysol, hey Kathleen Jordan, Lysol, none of that stuff worked. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But but I was still willing to stay. I'm serious about that. I was still willing to stay. I was trying to figure out how I was going to deal with the deadly gas, but I was still willing to stay.
You know what? I can relate. My ex-husband, woo, he liked to eat a lot of ice cream. So, yeah, I had my own stories where that was concerned.
You'll say I didn't need an alarm clock.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead.
I mean, we all have our stories about our significant others and having that type of problem. I remember sitting in marriage counseling talking about it. So, and it was funny because you know how when you go to get ready to get married and you have you meet with a pastor for premarital counseling. And so one of my issues was this man liked to pass gas.
Oh Lord.
And they were the deadly type, the silent deadly type.
That's them.
Woo!
Those right there are the killers, the deadly silent ones.
I should have known then that was a sign. That was a sign.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Wait a minute now. You gotta wash clothes, and you see something to your surprise.
Oh no. Yeah. The one thing about my ex-husband, he washed his own clothes, and that was by choice.
Okay.
So I didn't have to really go into that too much. So I didn't.
All right. So we coming up on the close because. So what other woes? What other woes? We got a few more minutes, and so you're talking about woes. So you learned something about that person that you didn't know.
Right.
Living with that person because you never lived with them before. So what some people do is they chat together, which to me you're cheating because you're just trying to test drive the car. You want to drive the car that you're getting ready to go buy out the lot, but you want to drive it around for a while. It don't work like that. You either want the car or you don't. So you either want that person or you don't.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask a question then. You just brought up a subject.
Okay.
So what if you're living with somebody for 5 years? Okay, 7 years, maybe even 10 years. Then what?
See, that's the thing. Okay. if you live with a person for a period of time, let's say, I'm gonna say a year, you should know that you want to marry that person or not. Why drag them on for 10 years, for 5 years, and you really don't commit to a relationship? Because the truth of the matter is, without a marriage or without marriage license, one of the two can get up and leave. Because in Ohio, there's no more common law marriage. All right?
Now, can I say this? In Texas, there is.
Okay.
And I remember a scenario where one of my clients was getting ready to make a big, he was going to make a big investment. He was going to do a big investment. And as we were talking about the investment, it turned out that his lived-in girlfriend of 10 years, this is a 10-year scenario, of 10 years, decided she was going to leave the relationship. But it turns out that she wind up filing for divorce. He said he didn't know he said, I didn't know I was married. So now I have to put a halt on making this investment because now I have to get a lawyer because this woman is trying to take me for half. But he was like, I didn't get married. I didn't go to the justice of the peace. I didn't even ask this woman to marry me. I didn't ask her anything. But now, because they lived together over a certain period of time, and if you at any point act like this is my husband, this is my wife, then that is considered marriage if you've been together over 6 months in the state of Texas.
Wow.
And she wound up getting a nice chunk of change out of that man.
Wow.
And common law. Who knew?
So that's a situation. So let's look at what Phil says again, and then we're gonna read.
First, let me.
Mary
I want to
Norris.
say hi to my Natalie.
Natalie
Hi,
Chapman.
Natalie. Love
Natalie
you.
Chapman. Hey. So Phil says, that means having sex outside of the shacking is test driving too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mary says, maybe some people rather not married. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe some people rather no marriage license. Not saying it is right or wrong, just preference. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah. There are a lot of people that don't want to get married anymore. They've been down that road and they just want a companion. Just like Oprah and Stedman. Oprah and Stedman been together over 20 years. They're not married, but their situation works for them.
That's a touchy one. That's a touchy one because again, if I, this is what I feel, and this is just my opinion. If a woman is good enough for me to live with and sleep with and have sex with, then she's good enough for me to marry. That's how I feel. I feel that she is good enough for the license, the last name, and the whole 9 yards. That's what I feel, because that means, like I say again, in Ohio, you can get up and just walk away at any time. God forbid that you all bought some things together and you've purchased a house. You got different things like furniture and stuff, different stuff you bought together. Mm-hmm. And so now you got to untie all of those shoes and everything. So basically, like I say again, it's about the things that you find out about people once you're with them. You didn't know. You forgot about morning breath. Morning breath. Morning breath will kill you too. Morning breath will kill you, or it will wake you straight up and give you energy that you never thought you had. Morning breath will make you get up and run to the bathroom, get dressed, and get out and get to work on time. Morning breath.
Right.
All right. So
So Cheryl says, after 35 years, you definitely have to work at it. Why leave a mess you know for a mess that you have to find out about? Amen. I know that's right.
absolutely.
Chris said, get a license, get the paper. I understand. But I do understand also on the other side. If you at that place in your life you don't feel like getting married, you don't want to get married, you don't want the headache of getting married, then to each his own. You do what you do. It's not what we're saying here is not for everybody. And everyone's situation, everyone feels differently about cohabitating and not cohabitating. So,
Okay. So Mary Norris Pack said, when legit, you not so quick to quit. Absolutely. You absolutely right.
that's my girl.
That's why when you connect with someone, you know from the beginning, when you make that step of marriage, you know that this is it. That you got to go through the courts, you got to go through all of this to untie that knot, and there's a lot to go through. So that's why you ought to know before you get involved and stuff, and stop test driving the car if you're not gonna buy it. Bottom line, because all you're doing is you are contaminating something that somebody else may want for good, for peeps. All right. Let's see, who is that? So that's Cheryl Appleton.
I know that's right, Cheryl. There are some women that is okay being a side piece.
Wow.
And you know what? Shame on them.
Wow.
Shame on them.
A side piece?
Shame on them.
A side piece.
There are some women out here that is okay being a side piece. But guess what? Side piece, you will always be a side piece. You will always be the snack. You'll never be the meal bunny.
Oh my.
I'm just leave that there.
No, see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If you are if that person is in a relationship with someone and you know it and you get with them, then you know you're the side piece. But what happens a lot of times is that side piece decide that they want to be the main course. And so they start cutting the food. They start doing all kind of stuff. So that's one aspect. But then there's another one, like Cheryl said, they are happy just being that side piece. They cool with it. All I want is homeboy, all I want is homegirl to come through, handle business, and go on about your business. I'm not saying that I'm in agreement with that, but to each his own in that regard. I can't tell people how they live their life and everything, but the bottom line is, like you said, you choose to be a side piece, you're gonna always be a side piece, and you will never get the respect of being number one.
That's right. Because one thing about it, he's not leaving his wife for you.
That's right.
Some instances, and it's very rare, it does happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't. It does happen. But I have no respect for the side piece. I'm just saying it.
Yeah, well.
And I'm just leave that right there. I know what I went through in my own marriage. And there was many side pieces, honey. There was a leg, a thigh, wing, honey. Oh, let me stop. Anyway.
Well, you need to fill out a contract that says side piece with option to buy, option to keep. And you need to sign a contract, say, I can opt out of this contract after 3 years. Like the NBA or like the football.
No, honey.
Yeah.
We don't. Let's see. Side piece, change up options. You need the main piece, girls. We are not side pieces. That's right. No side pieces over here. None of my friends or anybody that I know are side pieces. Okay.
Look at Bill.
Okay.
But you have your stuff lead to the trash, and to the trash it goes. You can't get full on a 2-piece alone. You need a side and a biscuit. See, Bill, you were supposed to have been on here, man. Michael Tater's watching, and Stanley George is watching. some peace, Stanley George says, some peace do mess up a good relationship.
Well, wait, hold on.
I like that.
Wait, rewind. You just said some peace do mess up a good relationship. If the relationship was good, there wouldn't be a side piece. You don't need a side piece if you got a good relationship going on.
How do you know that? No, that's not true.
What you mean it's not true?
Because sometimes a guy can have a good woman and still want to go out there, and a woman can have a good man and still want to go out there and have a side piece.
Well, honey, if you need a side piece, then what's the point? I don't get it. I'm confused. Somebody help me.
Well, but that's it. It ain't that it's not that necessarily that they need it, but it's called greed. You see something like a man get married.
Having your cake and eating it.
Exactly. A man or a woman gets married, and they get married. They say they want to be with each other for life. They love each other. I love you, baby. I think you the end all be all of my life. But then Sister Sally Sue started walking past, and wee-ha! So now the game done changed.
Look,
the game done changed.
If you have a good relationship, there should be communication. And if you can communicate with your mate, then you should be able to work out any issues. If you love that person and you really want your relationship and your marriage to work, that's what I'm saying. But we're in a good relationship and you running off to the side piece. And then when your significant other is talking about leaving your crazy behind, then now you want to, come on now. Come on.
Okay, so look at what Phil say again.
Hey, Ahmed, how are you?
Look at what Phil say. Read what Phil say.
See, you can't go to Timmy Chan. Now, you know I know what Timmy Chan's is, boy. Timmy Chan's looking for a home cook, and you get now, Val. What?
He said, see, you can't go to Timmy Chan looking for a home-cooked meal. You get it now, Val?
I got it.
All right. He just, Mary Nora says, where's the pot man? Only one dish. No size needed. Mary Norris, you got to come on, girl. You hitting it hard. That's true.
Krista says, if you need a side piece, you are with me. Bounce and enjoy your 20%. I know that's right. The 80-20. Okay. You want to go? Let's talk about the 80-20 rule.
80-20 rule.
The 80-20. You can go to your side piece is your 20, and your main course is your 80%. Now, fellas, I want to hear from you about the 80-20.
So look. Okay, so we're gonna close on the 80-20. We're gonna close on the 80-20 because we actually over our time.
We're over our time.
We way over time. 80-20 now. All right, so let's look at it. The boo you got, the woman you got, fellas, and then the man you got, ladies, is your 80. All right, because nobody's 100.
Right. That's true.
Nobody's 100.
That's true.
So you got the 80 and you got the 20. Now you got 80 when you got all of that. You got 80% of all that good stuff. You got all that. You got that yum sauce. You got the Benihana stir fry, the wasabi stuff. You got it all in there. Like Mary says, the Popeye man.
The Popeye man.
Yeah, you got 80% of everything in there. You got your nutrients. You got everything. But then you go out and you pick up a 20 thinking that you being slick. Talk about men and women. Okay. Yeah. You go out and you go out and get that 20. But that 20 don't bring enough to suffice for the 80. Got me? That 20 is not enough to suffice for the 80.
Right.
Because it's only 20.
It's only 20.
And what you think you're getting excitement. Oh man, that those memories of, oh, I remember when. And you go over homegirl house or you go over homeboy house, y'all have a good time, y'all dance, y'all listen to some music, you drink wine or whatever you do. You go over there and you have a good time. And you think that that's 80, but it's not 80, because 80% is that woman's at home taking care of business, that man's at home taking care of business, the house is together, the bills are paid, everything has got, you got it going on at the house. That's your 80. But then you got the 20 over there giving you a good time. And when you try to make that 20 that 80, you find out that 20 ain't got nothing that the 80 got.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Phil said, he says, some of these wives are 20s. Okay. And then he says,
that could be true.
I'm 95. I'm going to be on the next one. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to end it here. We want to continue with the 80-20 because we have so much more to talk about. And especially, I really want to get into why do you feel that you married a 20? All right. So, thank you for joining in. We're going to come back in a minute because we want to just get some more. We got to get some more juicy stuff, but we only got so much time to do it. So we'll come back on. We want you to come back, join us, give us 3 minutes, and then we're coming back for Candid Conversations. Yes, we're coming back with Candid Conversations. I'm your host, Val Jefferson.
And I'm the co-host, Wade Howard, and we'll see you in a minute.
In a minute.
Peace.